So this guy's in hot water right now for stalking his gamer girlfriend. Well, she's not even actually his girlfriend, just someone that he plays online with on Discord. They're literally online friends. And let this be a reminder to you that you need to watch who you're giving your information to, like your personal information, because you don't know this guy at all. So the craziest thing happened. This guy flew out from Canada all the way to California and stalked this girl that he was friends with online, posed as an Amazon delivery driver just to attempt to unalive her. The whole thing is so insane.
A warning for online gamers after police say a man became obsessed with his co-player and ended up stalking her and trying to kill her. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
This morning, a warning for online gamers after police say two men traveled from Canada to California.
Oh man. Buddy on the right looks just demonic. He got messed up. So I wonder who did it. So apparently what happened, this dude got roughed up because luckily the boyfriend was there. If the boyfriend wasn't there at all, these two probably would have ended up unaliving that poor woman. Thankfully, no one was killed. That's the big thing. Like, luckily, the victims did survive. The girlfriend, I believe she sustained minor injury. But the boyfriend, he had critical injury. But it did state, like, in the news that they were going to recover. But, man, this guy actually looks really scary.
To find and attack a fellow female gamer.
We know that gaming, online gaming, is a big thing nowadays, and you just have to be cautious.
Law enforcement says Canadian Devin
Buddy
Vanderhoff
looks
and a
really
Monterey
rough.
County woman knew each other from online gaming after playing together for years. They say last week, Vanderhoff and his friend, Darius White, took a flight and traveled to her home.
It led to what we
so
are calling
wild.
an obsession, to where the point that Mr. Vanderhoff ended up flying from Canada down to Salinas, California, began following our victim and getting to know her pattern of life.
So the main thing is, how did the guy convince his friend to come with him? Like, how do you scheme something like that up for your guy, you're one of your good friends, to be like, you know what, let me ride with you on this one? Like, what was Buddy thinking? Because the other guy on the left, he seems like he has some type of sense, but apparently not enough sense at all. This dude's even more stupid for trying to commit this in America. Now, I'm actually glad he did do it in America, because now he's going to get a really harsh sentencing, and we need to have people like this off the streets. So maybe it was good that he did that in America, because this guy does not need to be roaming around free.
Authorities say the two men posed as delivery drivers holding a package. They say when the woman's boyfriend answered the door, Vanderhoff stabbed him. When the woman jumped in to help, she was stabbed as well. Both the boyfriend and Vanderhoff were taken to the hospital. Vanderhoff's friend got away, but was arrested at the airport.
Guys coming from
so he
Vancouver
actually was going to make it out free. Okay. See, this guy, he actually looks somewhat normal compared to the other dude.
Salinas to pose as an Amazon delivery person and stab somebody. I mean, it's extraordinary.
Law enforcement says this all could have been a lot worse because inside that package were handcuffs, duct tape, and knives. They say it's a cautionary tale for online gamers.
Don't divulge personal information to people.
Oh, man.
Because you just don't
Bro
know
came
who is on that
a
other
mission.
end.
Both men are charged with attempted murder. Authorities say the woman is okay. The boyfriend is recovering.
Like, really props to the boyfriend on that one. boyfriend, because if the boyfriend wasn't there at that time, God knows what would have happened in that situation. So props to him. And, you know, we just got to pray for both of them, make sure they make it out okay. So I am going to be keeping up with this to see what happens. But like I said, the doctors and all the news said that they were recovering. So that's always good.
Well, we're learning more about two Canadians facing charges in California following an alleged murder plot that failed.
I hope they can't post
One
bail.
man is accused of stabbing two people, including a woman, at the center of an obsession. He was also stabbed himself. CTV's Andrew Johnson has been making calls to police and shares what he learned. Okay, Andrew.
Sandy, the two Canadians are from opposite ends of the country, but allegedly flew together to the U.S. with violent plans.
That's wild. So they
In a quiet California.
So they live on two opposite sides of Canada, and they decide to just meet in California to commit this crime. Oh, that's so. How was he able to convince them then? That's the crazy part about it. Like, they're not even best friends. They're living in two opposite parts of the country.
California town known for agriculture and tourism. Two Canadians are in custody, accused in a vicious and bizarre attack.
For somebody to have flown from Canada down to this part of California to
It's
commit this type of
100%
heinous act
premeditated.
is definitely unheard of.
Police claim after Darius White, who lives near Barrie, Ontario, and Devin Vanderhoff of North Vancouver landed in Monterey County, Vanderhoff began stalking his victim, a woman he'd known for years through online gaming. Police say he had become obsessed with her and allegedly showed up at her house in disguise at 10 at night.
Mr. Vanderhoff posed as a delivery driver. He was carrying a box and knocked on the door to this residence. The door was opened by our victim's boyfriend, and when the door was open, Mr. Vanderhoff forced his way in and immediately began stabbing the victim's boyfriend.
Oh, so he came out just blazing like that. Yo, that has to be a scary situation for the boyfriend. The boyfriend was just so unaware, just opened the door and just immediately got met with just a knife. That will throw anybody off. But apparently it happened at 10 p.m. at night. Like, at that point, I'm not even in Texas. I'm not even opening the door at those hours.
Say the woman grabbed a sharp piece of metal and tried to defend her partner, stabbing Vanderhoff. He allegedly then stabbed and strangled her. Vanderhoff was arrested that night. He is facing multiple charges, including stalking and attempted murder. White, his alleged co-conspirator, was taken into custody early the next morning after boarding a plane.
There are so many directions that this could have gone in. We are very fortunate that nobody lost their life.
The Monterey County District Attorney is calling this one of the strangest cases he's ever seen. Online gaming gone wrong and allegedly almost ending in murder. Sandy.
All right, CTV's Andrew Johnson.
And one of those guys is facing life in prison, all for attempted murder. And for what? All because some girl that you like on Discord had a boyfriend and didn't want you? Like, that's really ridiculous. But here's the thing I'm going to end with. So life is already hard, but you just make it that much harder by doing something this idiotic. Like, why do that? It makes zero sense to me. There's so many women out there in the world. There's plenty of fish out there in the sea. Okay, the girl that you liked online has a man. Okay, move on. Find someone else. But instead, this joker over here decides to try to commit murder. That's just wild to me. But I am interested to see, are they going to have like any type of body cam of like the police when they get there to the scene, or are the victims going to talk about it? I'm definitely interested in that, seeing if they're going to give out information like that. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day or a great night, whatever time you are watching this, and we'll see you later.